The building sunlight slipped through the window, falling directly on Taehyung's eyes. Taehyung opened again. He groaned, standing and turning his face to the side. A sharp pain hit his scalp like a hammer. He crushed under his breath and pulled the thick blanket over his head. Taehyung mumbled, "Why do I always do this to myself?" The headache was trembled, and the air around him smelled like drink. His clothes were slightly rumpled as his mouth tasted bitter. He blinked a few times. Tried to remember what happened the night before, but his mind was a blur. Another night of drinking too much. He stretched his arms and felt a sharp pain in his head. Oh, what the heck did I even do last night? But then something unexpected happened. His foot untouched something cold, something that felt like skin. He froze. Very slowly he turned his head to the other side of the bed. His eyes widened. There was someone else in the bed, a man. Taehyung panicked softly. "Oh no, please no." The man was sleeping, facing the other way. Taehyung whispering, "Oh my God." He looked around the room and realized something even worse. Taehyung, this isn't even my room. His heart was racing now. The walls were unfamiliar. The bed sheets were navy blue, not his usually gay. There was a poster of old band and the book of the desk that he didn't recognize. He looked down at himself. Thankfully, he still had most of his clothes on. His pants were on. Thought his shoes were off. That was at least a small relief. Then quickly, thank God I didn't lose my. He needed to get up here fast. He stopped at his shoes near the bed and reached for them quickly, but just as he grabbed one shoe and a strange move, stranger groaned, Taehyung frozen on the spot. The man turned slowly and opened his eyes, staring straight at Taehyung. Their eyes met. Taehyung's mouth went dry. The guy had sleep eyes and a soft expression. His gaze was steady, but he looked confused. Taehyung awkwardly, good morning." The stranger blinked a few times, tried to understand the situation. He looked at Taehyung and then turned the room. Stranger, did we? Taehyung, no, I'm still fully dressed. Really? And the guy sat up straight and rubbed his eyes. Stranger gently, "Oh, that's a relief actually. I was a little worried." There was a silence for a moment. "I should go. I have a class in an hour." And stranger suddenly what? Taehyung paused, his jaw still half on his foot. Stranger sharply, "I know this is weird and maybe a bit fast, but do you want to get coffee sometime or lunch?" Taehyung stared at him completely caught off guard. Taehyung confused, "You want to see me again?" Stranger smiled slightly, "Yeah, I mean you are beautiful." This is way too much for 7 in the morning, but he saw the hope in the stranger's eyes. There was something kind in his expression, not bad, not creepy, just honest. Without saying anything, Taehyung walked over to the desk. He grabbed a pen and a small paper lying there. He scribbled the phone number on it and wrote his name, Taehyung, with a small heart next to it. He felt the paper on his desk. Taehyung, call me Dad. What's your name? Stranger smiled widely. Youngie, Youngie. Taehyung turned to leave, holding his suit in his hand. Taehyung smiled faintly. Well, see you again, Youngie. Youngie, definitely. Later that day, Taehyung sat in his dance class, barely able to tell his best friend, Jimmy, naughty. Jimmy, you look like you saw a ghost this morning. Taehyung, more like woke up next to one. Jimmy, what? Jimmy said, Yes, and raising an eyebrow, he asked for coffee. June wait, seriously? You're not joking, Taehyung. I left my number and name. What's wrong with me? Even laugh, you are hopeless, but maybe this time it'll be something good. Taehyung stared out the window, a small part of him hoped Yoongi would call. He hadn't felt like this in a long time, curious, nervous, excited. Later that night, Taehyung was back in his small shared apartment. He worked at the club that evening, dancing under the moonlight, pretending to smile to tips, but his mind was somewhere else, back in the stranger room, in the stranger bed with a gentle smile and kind hygiene. After he sipped his phone, nothing, no call, no text, he signed and kicked off his shoes. Then quickly to himself, of course, what would he call? He lay on the bed staring at the ceiling, then just he was about to close his eyes, his phone buzzed. Another number, hey, it's Young, I really want to see you again. Are you free tomorrow? The heart escaped. Next day, Jungkook groaned loudly as he sat up on the car, rubbing his head with one hand. Jungkook groaned, my head is killing me. He stretched his arm over his head, letting out a strange, non-human sound of the relief. He backed. He slept deeply. He blinked a few times and then noticed he mess around him, drink bottle gazelles all over the apartment, some on the floor, other on the tea table. It's a mess. Maybe he and his friend got too excited last night. Just then the front door opened. Taehyung walked in, closed the door behind him, and turned around to face the living room. He frozen when he see the Taehyung thinking, oh no, Jungkook, seriously? He frowned, dropped his bag into the kitchen counter, and walked in with low, heavy step. Taehyung nine. Forgotten, said Jungkook. What happened here? Jungkook grunted speechlessly. Got a little carried away. Don't blame me. No, he walked past Taehyung towards his bedroom. Taehyung rolled his eyes. Of course, it's Minho again. A few minutes later, Jungkook came out of his room, pulling a clean white t-shirt over his head. Taehyung glanced at his torn stomach and abs for a brief second. His eyes lingered a little too long. He is before quickly looking away, hoping Jungkook didn't notice. Taehyung to himself quickly. Why does he always have to look like that? Living with Taehyung for the past 3 years hasn't been easy, and not because Jungkook is bad roommate. They actually get along really well, but it's hard because Jungkook is incredibly attractive. Everyone is, and while he walks around shirtless, sometimes even just, and Taehyung still he couldn't have it. He think about how strong Jungkook had to look. He imagined pressing soft along the tattoo on Jungkook arm when they're picturing he want to every single one. Uh, there was one time Taehyung walked into the bathroom without knocking. Jungkook had just finished his shower. He was standing there completely half clothed, no towel. They looked eyes. Jungkook didn't even look shocked. He just stood still, calm and expressionless. Taehyung, on the other hand, nearly passed out from embarrassment. Taehyung, I'm still not over that day. He shook his head and cleared his throat, trying to push the memory away. Jungkook grabbed an apple, the fruit basket, and took a bite. Taehyung staring conversation. So, something happened last night? Taehyung, no. Jungkook raised an eyebrows, marking JK. Oh wow, how surprised. Taehyung rolled his eyes. Please shut it and let me finish. Jungkook, oh, okay, go on. When we woke up, he looked at me and said he wanted to see me again. He asked me out a real date on Friday. Jungkook stopped drawing and looked up at him. Jungkook, he asked you on a date? Taehyung nodded. Yeah, it's the first time someone wants to know. Jungkook quickly, how do you know he is not just saying that to see you again? You know, for the something. Taehyung looking up was calm but firm. I don't think he is like that. Jungkook crossing his arms. You barely know him, Tae. What if he just pretending to be nice? Taehyung turning to water. I know how it sounds, but it's well different. He looked at me like he saw me, not just my body, like he actually wanted to know me. Jungkook mumbled, yeah, okay. He took another bite of his apple, but his eyes don't leave the hung back. Taehyung sighed and turned around to face him, the glass of water still in his hand. Taehyung gently, what's your problem, Jungkook? Why are you acting like this? Jungkook avoiding his eyes. I don't have a problem, Taehyung soft but hurt. It feels like you do. I'm not stupid, Jungkook. I can take care of myself, Jungkook. Jungkook looked at him silent. He opened his mouth to say something but said it again. Jungkook curtly, I'm going out. He grabbed his phone and key. Then calling out Jungkook, wait, but Jungkook is already walked out in the front door. The door closed with a quick click. Taehyung sighed to himself, why is it so hard? He stared at the door for a while, holding his water glass tightly. It's been a strange week. They have been barely talking, just a short good morning and good night exchange. No joke, no smile, and Taehyung doesn't know why he finally gathered the courage and gently knocked on the door. Taehyung softly, Jungkook, no answer. He waited for a few seconds, staring at the floor. He knocked again, a little louder this time. Still no reply. Taehyung sighed, I am heading out now. Good night. He sped to close the door and turned away slowly. The front door clicked a moment later inside Jungkook's room. Jungkook heard the door close and let out a deep sound. He leaned back against the headboard of his bed, sitting as he stared tightened Jungkook to himself. Why I am doing this? Why I am ignoring him? He doesn't have haven't answered. It's been a full week since he and Taehyung had a real conversation, and honestly, it's hurting him more than he expected. Jungkook whispering, he is one of my best friends. Why can't I just talk to him like before? He ran a hand in his hair, frustrated. He sat like that for a long. Eyes on the ceiling start feeling heavier with every minute. Time escaped 3 a.m. Jungkook is still awake. His eyes are heavy, blinking slowly. His laptop rests on his lap. The screen dim. A half empty coffee cup sit beside him on the table. Jungkook murmuring, just a little longer. I'll wait for him and say sorry. Suddenly he heard the front door open and then close. He stayed brushing his hair, black, small, hopeful smartphone on his lip. Jungkook whispering, finally he is back. Jungkook stand and walked to his door, hand reaching for the door, but just as he about to quit, as he heard something that made him frozen. A voice, not just Taehyung, laughter, two people getting outside. That was really fun. I had a great time tonight. Youngish girl, me too. I'm glad we did this. Jungkook smiled when his hand dropped slowly from the. He stepped back, hearing pounding in his chest. He walked to his bed and sat down, staring blankly at the floor. His jaw tightened, his nostril flared, his hand cut into tight fit. Jungkook whispering, voice shaking, what is this feeling? Why does it hurt so much? All he can hear now is his own shallow breathing. He feels his chest rising and falling quickly like he can't catch his breath. Taehyung softly dull echo in his ear. Jungkook getting his teeth. Why did he bring him here? He want to go out there. He want to stop them for talking. He want to pull him away from that guy, but he doesn't move because if he sees him, If he seen that someone else looking at him the way he used to, he afraid he won't be able to control himself. His feeling, his possessiveness, and they all rise like a wave inside him. He realized something in that exact moment, something he tried to ignore for a long time. Jungkook in his heart. I care about him more than a friend should. That night, Jungkook didn't sleep, not even for a second. He just there alone in his room, tried to understand what had just happened and why his heart hurt this much. It's 9 in the morning and Jungkook slowly opened his eyes. He groaned softly and turned over the bed. Jungkook mumbling, "Why does my head feel so heavy?" He pulled himself up, dragged his tired body to the bathroom. The hot water hits his skin like a blanket of warmth. He closed his eyes, letting the stream evaporate around him. Jungkook thinking, "I need this. I need to breathe." A minute passed, maybe 30, maybe more. Finally, he turned off the shower, grabbed a towel to dry his hair, and wrapped it around his waist loosely. His reflection in the mirror. Jungkook softly to himself, "You look like a mess." He rubbed his hair and let out a sign before opening the bathroom door. And right there, Taehyung had in frozen mid-air, about to open the door. His eyes went as they met Jungkook's finger. His gaze traveled from Jungkook's messy wet hair to the tattoo, the blistering, the skin, his bathcloth. Taehyung softly, "Oh," he found himself staring. His eyes paused on Jungkook's lip blistering, watches as Jungkook bite it playfully. Taehyung thinking, "Why does he look so good?" Jungkook noticed his expression, heartless. They stared there, just stared. 2 whole minutes. Jungkook let his gaze shift to the oversized white t-shirt Taehyung is wearing. One glance is enough. Taehyung thinking, "That's not his shirt, and it's not mine either." He cleared his throat. Taehyung jumping and snapping back to reality. Jungkook coldly, "Do you want something?" Taehyung tried to smile. "Good morning." His eyes looked soft, hopefully, like he missed hearing Jungkook's voice. "Jungkook, I have a class." He tried to walk past, but Taehyung placed a hand on his chest. Jungkook looked at the hand and then raised an eyebrow. Taehyung bright red and pulled his hand away quickly. Taehyung quickly, "Why are you acting so distant? What did I do?" Silence. Jungkook finally, "Didn't you have someone else to worry about right now?" He nodded towards the living room couch. Taehyung followed his gaze, confused. "Taehyung, it is because of him. Do you not like him?" Jungkook shortly, "No." He walked into his bedroom and shut the door behind him. Taehyung softly, Jungkook, no reply. Isana looked down at his feet. He nervously played with the hem of the white shirt he is wearing. He walked towards the couch. Young is still sleeping peacefully. Taehyung sat beside him. Young smiled. "Hey." Taehyung forced a smile. "Hey, good morning." Taehyung, "Good morning." Young smiled and leaned into Taehyung's chest. He then pulled Taehyung closer, wrapped an arm around him. Just then, Jungkook walked into the kitchen. His eyes fully dressed, a bag on his shoulders and cup of his hand. His eyes looked on then. Taehyung wrapped up in someone else's arm. His jaw tightened. Taehyung noticed he immediately and jumped up, stumbled a little. Taehyung nervously, "Jungkook, this is Youngie. This is my roommate Jungkook." Youngie sat up, adjusting his shirt. He looked at Jungkook and gulped. "Youngie, hey, nice to meet you." Jungkook coldly, "Yeah, whatever." He drank the water from his cup in one long sip, then he slammed it down gently on the counter. Without another word, he grabbed his bag and walked out of front door. No glance back, no goodbye. Taehyung softly Jungkook. He doesn't stop. Taehyung sit down on the couch and burn his face in his hand, heart heavy. That night, Taehyung is in his small dressing room at the strip club. He stands in front of the mirror, fixing his outfit. He is wearing tight black leather shorts that hug his curve perfectly, and a ripped crop top that shows off his soft skin and faint abs. A black mask covers his face to keep his identity hidden. He stares at his reflection, thinks softly to himself. He can do this just a few minutes on stage and it's over, but deep inside he tries. His heart felt heavy. He is not in the mood to dance or anyone. Usually dancing making him feel alive. He loved the stage, he loved move to the beat, but tonight he just want to disappear. A knock on the door breaks his thought. Co-worker calling from the hallway. Taehyung, you are up next. Taehyung signing. Okay, I'm coming. He picked up the sippy lip gloss and applied it his full lip, making sure they shine under the light. He stared to himself one last time, then take a deep breath. He walked out. The light in the room are low, a soft red glow shining from behind the stage, casting the shadows in front of him. The music hasn't stayed. The room is quiet. Only soft whispers are heard. Then the beat begins. Taehyung steps forward and his hips swing with each grateful move. His red crop top shining in the light. He walks slower towards the polo, eyes half closed, confidence filled with each second. Gasps come from the crowd as he moves, a small smirk play on his lip, thinking they always react this way just from me walking the circle. The polo twist his hand gently, giggle along it. He rolls his body smoothly, teasing the crowd. His hand touch his waist, then his thing. He bites his lower lip and leans into the polo. His body slightly he lifts one leg, wraps it around the polo, and springs slowly. The crowd cheers, but something or someone catches his eyes. His eyes look on a familiar finger in the crowd. The smile instantly disappeared on his face. Taehyung thinking hopefully it's Jungkook. He's come to see me. His heart beat raced for a moment. The music faded. The light feel warm. The feel proud, happy. But then his smile faded. He seen her. Jungkook is not looking at him. He stepped back, corner, arms wrapped around a girl. His lips are close to her hair, and they are swing together with the music. He hold her like he used to hold Taehyung. Taehyung's body stopped moving for just a second. The crowd doesn't notice. They keep cheering up inside. His world goes quiet. Taehyung's heart sank for a moment. He forgot the music, the light, and the stage. All he seen is Jungkook's arms around her waist. The way she leaned into him, the way Jungkook let her. Taehyung feel something in his chest and thinking, you came here, but not for me. Why are you doing this, Jungkook? He stepped his lip pressed into a thin line, but quickly looked away. His eyes burned with jealousy. His hand curled into fist behind his back, but on the outside he kept smiling. He kept dancing. Jungkook felt it. He seen Taehyung's expression change for a moment. Their eyes met. His smile dropped. His grip on a girl beside him loosened. Girl noticed Jungkook. What are you looking at? Jungkook quickly. No one. It's nothing. He looked away from the stage, pretending he didn't see anything, pretending his heart didn't jump, just dropped. Taehyung still on the stage turned his back to the audience for a moment. He took a deep breath. Taehyung softly, fine, if you don't care, I don't care either. When he faced the crowd again, his smile is fake, his moves are sharp, fast, almost too perfect. He is not dancing for fun anymore. He's just dancing to prove something. Jungkook was out to the corner of his eyes. Taehyung doesn't look his way again, and Jungkook doesn't turn his hit back either. They both pretending they didn't see each other, pretending nothing is wrong, pretending their hearts are not edging, but inside they are screaming. He rubbed his eyes, trying to push the thought away, but the more he thinks, the anger is get after the. So he rushed to his dressing room, slapped cold water on his face, and ignored the worried look from his co-worker. He didn't want to explain. Deep down, he knew the reason for his reaction. He just didn't want to admit it. Then thinking Jungkook always come to watch me, he always waited for me after work, he always made me feel special. Then softly why did all I am Taehyung walked into the apartment, tried to the done. He threw his key on the table, dropped his jacket on the floor, and fall face first on the couch, then mumbling, "This is so frustrating. What a night!" He groaned into the cushion, fished clean his body as but not more than his heart. The image of Jungkook and that girl flashed in his mind again. His arms around her and the smile on the face, then thinking, why did he do that? Why did he even come if he was just going to ignore me? His hand squeezing his eyes had to hold back tears. He didn't want to cry, not over this. Just he stared to drift off to sleep. He heard the front door unlock. He opened his eyes slowly and see Jungkook walk in. Jungkook looked tired to try to leather jacket hanging from his shoulders. Here a mess is half closed. He doesn't notice the hung right away, but when he looked, his with Daisy Jungkook. Oh, you are still up. He started walking towards his room. Then standing up coldly. Jungkook, I wanna talk. Jungkook stepped but doesn't turn at Jungkook aiming. Can you hurry up? I'm really tired. Taehyung crossed his arms. Oh, what was that girl so tiring? His voice came out sharper than he expected. Jungkook slowly turned to face him. His expression is surprised at first, then a smile smacked from on his lips. Jungkook, oh, you saw that? Taehyung raised his voice. Yes, I saw that. It was in the middle of the dance floor. I was on the stage. Jungkook tattled his head, crying. Jungkook teasing. Well, her afraid was not the only things I was close to tonight. He chuckled like it's a joke, but it's not funny. Taehyung felt his butt bore his hand trembling slightly from how angry he is. Taehyung shouting, are you serious right now? What's wrong with you, Jungkook? What? Didn't you enjoy the show? I thought you liked attention. Taehyung stepped forward, flooded in his eyes. Taehyung thought, did you do this on purpose? The room fell silent for a moment. Both of them just stared at each other and filled with hurt. The other hiding his pain behind the screen. Jungkook rising an eyebrow stepped back a little, clear surprise. Jungkook, why would I do that on purpose? Actually, why are you so upset about it? He tried to act relaxed, but his heart is pounding in his mind. He knew the truth. Jungkook thinking, yes, I did on purpose because I like you, because I feel jealous when you spend more time with your friends than with me. Then looked away for a second, then shifted his weight uncomfortable thing because I was dancing and it was distracting. His voice like confident. It's a weak excuse, and he know it. He cleared his throat and stayed straight, tried to hide his nervousness, but Jungkook see right through his. Jungkook walked closer, his steps slow, and firstly he stepped only a few inches from Taehyung's face. Jungkook, well, it's not nice to hear you laughing and talking with Young in the middle of night. Taehyung eyes widened, his jaw dropped. He didn't think Jungkook heard that. His cheeks flushed red with embarrassment. He felt like a teenager crossed neck out late. He opened his mouth, then closed it again, unsure what to say. His voice is shaky when he finally came out. Taehyung, I didn't mean to disturb you. I'm sorry. His confidence is completely gone. He stared at the floor, unable to look Jungkook in the eyes anymore. Jungkook is smirking. Are you really sorry, Taehyung? Are you really sorry? Taehyung cheeks burned harder. Jungkook's teasing tone only make it worse. He took a small step back, tried to catch his breath. Jungkook stepped forward again, closing the space between them. His eyes are closed on Taehyung's red cheeks, and he feels his chest tighten with desire. Jungkook, is that really Taehyung, or maybe did you want to make me jealous? His voice is low but firm. It seems you are down Taehyung's spine. Taehyung can barely breathe. His heart is pounding so hard it feels like it might break. Taehyung, why would I want to make you jealous? Why would you even get jealous? He lifted his head to look at Jungkook, and the intensity in Jungkook's eyes left him breathless. There's something dark and passionate there, something dangerous but addictive. Suddenly, Taehyung straightened up, a smile green frown on his lips. Taehyung teasingly, it is because you know. He doesn't even finish his sentence when Jungkook front jaw clenched. For a second, Taehyung felt proud, but then Jungkook threw his head back and laughed loudly. Taehyung rolled his eyes. Don't act like you are some monster or something. You even can't kiss properly. He's referring to the kiss they said to the robot late at night, half drunk and full of emotion. Just a few seconds. They both acted like it didn't happen, but they both remember Jungkook groaned. That's what 2 years ago I didn't know what was I doing. He was looking at him with different. Jungkook, and if I was so bad, why do I remember you crying for more? Taehyung breathed himself, his face turned red again, his lips tried to hide how he is still mumbling. I was inexperienced too, okay? He was not working at the strip club back then. He was innocent, nervous, a beginner-ish. Every way, Jungkook stepping closer. What, me to show you again then? He reached out and grabbed him chin gently but firmly between his thumb and tightened his face up. Taehyung gave softly. He hated that sound escaped him. His lip trembled slightly. Jungkook stared deep into his eyes, and the moment his happy electric Jungkook could take his eyes off Taehyung's soft lips, he imagined what they feel like again. He wasn't it so badly, but Taehyung doesn't speak. He just stand there frozen. Finally, Jungkook glitched quietly and pulled away, turning to walk off. Taehyung slightly felt like his body is retching after a warmth that just left. He felt cold, empty, and without thinking. Taehyung kissed me then. His own voice surprised him. His eyes widened and what he just said. He frozen, heart racing. Jungkook stepped in his tread. He doesn't turn around right away. Taehyung softly, I said, kiss me. Jungkook slowly turned back around, his eyes unlevel. Jungkook, what? Taehyung lifted his chin slightly back and went hard. His heart is beating like crazy. Taehyung. They both stared at each other for what felt like forever. Neither of them moved. The air between them is thick with tension and something more, something deeper. The heart beat loudly in his ear. He doesn't know what has come over him. He doesn't usually act this way, but right now none of it matters. All he can think about is Jungkook. All he wanted to feel Jungkook close to him. He feels like he might explode if he doesn't. Taehyung thinking, I need him now. Jungkook looked into Taehyung's eyes. There's no hesitation anymore. His heart is racing, chest rising and falling with every deep breath. His head moves before his mind can stop them. In the next second, Jungkook rushed forward and grabbed Taehyung's face in both hands, not gentle, not carefully, but with a kind of need it's been holding inside for years. He leaned in and crashed there together, Taehyung whispering the Jungkook is messy and full of feeling. They were both hiding for so long. The moment they met, it's like time stopped. Everything around them disappeared. Then let out a soft mix of surprise and frustration as their lip moved. His fingers, Jungkook said, tighter, pulled him more closer. His other hand raised up, grabbing the of Jungkook hair, tugging slightly. Jungkook, you have no idea how long I've wanted this. Jungkook moved slowly, moving every part of him, memorized it like he never wants to forget their together as their breath become heavier. Taehyung gets overwhelmed by how right this feels. Taehyung softly, this is real, right? Jungkook finally pulled up back a little, resting his forehead against Taehyung's. Their breath mixed, their eyes are still closed, their heart is still racing. Jungkook gently, Taehyung eyes flushed open, his breath caught in his chest. Jungkook, I will love you for so long. I tried to hide it, tried to act like I didn't, but I do. I really do. I want to be with you, not just like this, but truly. Will you be mine, Taehyung? The word hung in the air like a warm blanket. Taehyung's eyes teary up a little, his heart felt so full it might burst. He smiled softly, holding his hand. Taehyung whispering, yes, I want to be yours too. I love you, Taehyung. Jungkook broke into the brightest smile Taehyung had ever seen. He pulled him in again and him more time, this time slow, gentle and full of together, not out of emergency, but with the comfort of knowing that they finally belong to each other. Taehyung again, Jungkook, I can't believe this is really happening. Jungkook softly, it is. For now on, you are mine and I am yours. They hold each other close, not ready to let go. The night around them feels quite peaceful and perfect because finally they have found their way to each other. Morning light fills off the curtain casts a golden glow in the living room floor. The apartment is quite peaceful. The only sound is the slow sounded with two people lying together on the couch. Then slowly open his eyes, blink at the light for a moment. He forgets where he is. There he feels it warm arms around wrap his waist, a soft chest, his back, and gentle breathing near his neck. A small smile from his lips. Taehyung thinking, this is really here with me. He turned around and slowly, carefully, not to wake Jungkook, but the moment he moved, Jungkook tightened his arms around and let out a sleepy sound. Jungkook mumbling, don't move, just stay here a little longer. Taehyung smiled softly. I thought you were asleep. Jungkook with a small smile, eyes still closed. I was too, but I always wake up when you leave me. Taehyung's heart fluttered. He gently ran his finger through Jungkook's messy hair. Taehyung, you are so cheesy. Jungkook finally opened his eyes, but you like it. They both laughed quietly. The mood is light and warm. For once, there's no tension between them, only love, comfort, and the soft sound of morning. Jungkook gazed at Taehyung. Did you sleep well? Taehyung nodding. Yeah, I felt safe. Jungkook, I'm glad. I want you to feel like that every day with me. Taehyung whispering, ready to. Jungkook leaned in and placed a gentle on Taehyung's forehead, then moved to his cheek. Taehyung giggled to hide his face in Jungkook's neck. Taehyung softly, stop, I'm sighing. Jungkook teasing, oh, the bold Taehyung from last night is shy now. Taehyung playfully hit his chest. Yeah, and don't tease me. They both giggle again, heart full of happiness. After a few quiet moments, Jungkook sit up slowly on stage. Jungkook, how about I made you breakfast? Taehyung sit up to surprise you cook. Jungkook, well I try. Can you judge me later? Taehyung teasing, only if you promise not to burn the kitchen. Jungkook standing up, deal, but if I do, you still have to love me. Taehyung smile warmly, I always will. Jungkook turned around at the doorway and bore a small before disappeared into the kitchen. Taehyung watching him go with a soft smile hand on his chest. Still trying to believe this is real. Taehyung thinking this isn't just a dream. He loves me and I love him. That's all I need. In the kitchen, sound of eggs filled the kitchen. Jungkook stand by the stove wearing the soft white t-shirt and loose pajama pants. Hair still messy from sleep. He hum and soft turn while chopping pancake. Looking proud of himself. Beside him, Taehyung walking, rubbing his eyes and dragged his blanket along like a sleepy child. Taehyung softly smell good. Jungkook smiled as he turned good. Good morning, sleepyhead. Taehyung yamming. Morning, what are you making, Jungkook? Your favorite pancakes, egg and milk. Taehyung walked up behind Jungkook and wrapped his arms around his waist, resting his cheek on Jungkook's back. Taehyung mumbling, you are the best. Jungkook grinned, I know, but I still like hearing it from you. Taehyung chuckled and stayed there for a moment before pulling away to sit at the table. Jungkook finished cooking and soon placed a plate full of warm breakfast in front of him, followed by a cold glass of banana milk. Taehyung sparkling thoughts look amazing. Jungkook ate across from him. Try it, I hope. Taste as good as it looks. Taehyung take a bite slowly, then look at Jungkook. Taehyung smiling. Honestly, it's delicious. Jungkook letting out a happy breath. Thank goodness I didn't want to poison you on our first morning as a boyfriend. Taehyung giggled. You didn't. In fact, I think you deserve a reward. Jungkook teasing. Oh really? What kind of reward? Taehyung leaned across his table and a soft kiss on Jungkook's cheek. Jungkook frozen for a moment, then smiled so widely eyes and display. Jungkook best morning ever. They eat together, talking about random things. Taehyung dance practice, Jungkook music project, and how they used to dream about a moment like this without saying it out loud. Every now and then they look at each other and smile without a word. After breakfast, Jungkook stand and walk over to Taehyung. He pulled him up gently by the hand and wrapped his arms around arms in warm hug. Jungkook softly, thank you for trusting me, for loving me. Taehyung hugging him very tightly. I love you for a long time, Cook. I just didn't know how to say it. Jungkook smiling. Now you don't have to say anything. Just stay with me. Then always they still like that for a while, hugging each other in the kitchen as the soft morning light around in like a blanket. Time escaped him, smiling. We really want all our Jungkook grinned. Only the best of my boyfriend. Taehyung blessing about closure. His heart full of happiness. They sat together on the blanket, sharing sandwich, fruit and sweet rice cake. Jungkook and thought a small speaker to play soft music in the background. Taehyung, this feels like a dream. Jungkook, it's not, it's real. We are real. And they talk for a while about their part, their feeling, the moment they had secretly wished to be together. Taehyung's hand was in Jungkook the whole time. After a while, Taehyung leaning his hand on Jungkook's shoulder. Taehyung softly, do you think we'll be like this forever? Jungkook turned it to him. I want to be. I want to wake up next to you every day. I want to hold your hand when things get hard. I want to love you even when we are old. And Taehyung smiled with tears in his eyes. Me too. I never felt this safe before. Jungkook wrapped Wipe Taehyung steer gently with his thumb. Jungkook, you don't have to be strong all the time. Not with me. You can just be you. Taehyung, and you can be you too, just Jungkook, the one I love. The star began to shine. The night deepened. Jungkook stood up and offered his hand. Jungkook smiled. Dance with me. Taehyung laughing softly. There is no music, Jungkook. Then we'll make our own. He pulled Taehyung close, wrapped his arms around him. They stayed slowly under the night sky, city lights, sound of their heartbeat. In that moment, nothing else mattered. Just the two of them, finally together, finally happy. Taehyung whispering, "I love you, Jungkook." Jungkook plays a soft kiss for "I love you more, Taehyung," and just like that, their story. A story full of loving confession, love, and a perfect beginning.